What's up, YouTube? I hope whenever you're watching this, you're having a good night, a good day, or whenever you're watching this. And in this video topic, I'm just going to talk about having ADD or the struggles of having ADHD. In my opinion, it's both kind of the same thing, I guess, but ADHD is more so you're hyperactive, so like you can't sit still or anything. And ADD is more so like you can't pay attention for long periods of time. Well, obviously they're both different, but kind of similar in a way. So if you're diagnosed with that, then I guess this video is for you. I'm just gonna talk about my experiences and my struggles with having ADD and all that shit, right? So me, I haven't been diagnosed in a long time, but I remember the last time I was diagnosed. It's been a while, but I feel like I still have it. I usually have the symptoms, or it seems like I have the symptoms. So let me get to it, right? So me, right? My job, my career field. I mean, throughout every job, throughout every career I worked at, right? I've always had a tough and hard ass fucking time of like paying attention to detail. Now, I'm not sure if everyone goes through this or if it's just me, or maybe I go through like harder situations, or maybe I'm always been around poor leadership or people who doesn't know how to give the proper directions. But with me, it's more so like I always seem to like I'm always a person who always had to ask a lot of questions. I always had to ask twice, and when someone gives me directions, it's getting worse too, especially when I get older. I've noticed like when someone will give me proper directions, then I'll tend to like remember it, and then I'll forget like at an instant. So I hope I don't have short-term memory. It seems like it, but it sucks, man, because like if you have ADD or like you tend to forget things very easily, um, it's annoying because it's not like you don't care. It's like you really do care and you want to get shit done, but it's just like you tend to forget a lot, or like it's just I can't explain it. It's like you have a brain fog. It's like you have a blockage in your mind. So like when someone, for example, when someone tells you, okay, hey, you watching this? I want you to um, get this paperwork done. You got 100 pages. Just write your full name, and then once you're done, I want you to sign here. You print your name, then your signature, your dates. Then on the next page, you sign here, you sign here. Then after you're done, I want you to go to this building over there, go all the way straight, make a left, turn your right, and then give it to here and here and there. So, and like I'm using it as an example, but like when someone would say that to me, I'll probably panic because it's like, yo, my mind, I'm like, yo, slow down. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you're talking about. Can you slow down? Can you give me extra details? Like, okay, am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? Because I don't want to mess up, and like, and I want to know everything. I want to make sure I'm not messing up or doing everything right. You know what I'm saying? So like, and then not only that, but like the directions I just gave you, me, I'll do it. Then I'll probably just forget. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. When you're assigned to do basic tasks, I tend to mess up, or I tend to like overthink or panic because like fuck, man, like now I'll forget what to do at an instant. Or, like I don't know what to do. It's not really bad, but like when it comes to basic things like writing my full name 100 times, this and that, I don't have a problem with. But like when I gotta go more into detail, or put this paper here, put this paper here and there, that's when I have a trouble with. Or like especially when someone gives me directions to go to a certain building, that's when I'll get lost, and I'll, you know, so it's not easy, man. Every job I worked at, I always struggled. I noticed like it wasn't easy for me. It wasn't easy for me to like. I always had to ask a lot of questions, and it usually took me a long time just to understand or to get shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, or to finally be good at my job performance. It will take me such a long time. You know, so I always had to ask questions. Again, I'm not sure if it's like poor leadership. I have made videos on my channel about like how to become a good leader, or like what not to do when you are in a position to lead people, or a manager. Because if I ever become like a leader, or like a position of like leading people, or like a manager in some way, um I don't want people to experience what I had to experience growing up. I don't want people to be confused or be unsure of themselves, or like being around very impatient, very emotionally immature, emotionally charged, emotionally reactive bosses, leaders, or managers, because I know what it's like to be around these people. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm the type of person where like if you're working for me, or like if you're my boss, if you're my manager, if you're my leader, I'm sorry, but like I'm the type of person where like I really want you to like be patient with me, not to be a kiss ass, because me is one thing. Like it's one thing where like with me, I don't fuck around when I work. Like, I want to get shit done, and I want to have the best performance possible, right? So I'm not trying to screw you over. I'm trying to be the best I can be, right? But I do have some type of like disabilities. When I have disabilities, because I was diagnosed in a long time, I could have disabilities, but like I have some struggles to where like it's hard for me to like remember a lot of shit for a long time. I have a really bad memory when it comes to like workplaces and stuff. But like I also tend to forget things, and like I'm not good at following like very detailed oriented directions. You know, I do follow good directions, but it's hard for me to follow like very advanced detail oriented like directions. I always had to be the one to ask a lot of questions. I always want to make sure that I'm doing this right. I don't want to make sure I'm messing up, you know what I'm saying? So, and I always overthink too, but that's just me, man. But because when I ever become like a leader or a manager or in a position to lead people, I'm gonna look at people how I look at myself on how the struggles I had to deal with, or like my thoughts racing, you know, when it comes to dealing with people, you know. So I'll definitely take that into consideration, man. Like, if I ever become like a leader or a boss or a manager or an NCO, I don't want to let people like people I'm leading. I don't want to let them like feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I want these people to feel comfortable. I want these few people to feel relaxed. I want these people to know like what they're doing is okay, and that like it's okay if you mess up. As long as you're trying, then you're good. And the things you are struggling on, I will work with you. I will take extra time out my day to help you out. Like, trust me, like I'll do whatever it takes to help people out. You know, I'm not gonna be impatient. I'm not gonna be like an asshole, or like I'm not gonna leave people hanging like that. Especially when I'm helping people, I want to give them a lot of directions. I want to help them out like step by step, and I'll even give them study materials, you know, or I'll repeat myself. I don't want people to like hesitate to ask me questions or to ask me twice, this and that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But it's just it sucks. It's not easy. It's embarrassing on my part too, cause like I hate having to ask a lot of questions. I hate having to ask my bosses, my coworkers, or my managers to repeat themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's the trauma. That's the type of trait I still need to work on. That's my weakness, man. So again, I got to get diagnosed, but I'm not sure if I am diagnosed with ADHD or ADD. I really don't know, but if I am, it makes a lot of sense. It's not fair, man. It's just really not fair. It sucks because like when you really want something bad, is like for some reason I can't explain it. Like it's like a huge barrier. It's like a huge blockage, you know. So that's the thing that sucks. Um, Especially because with my career field, like, see me, I'm, of course, I'm in the military, right? I'm in the army. I'm in the U.S. Army. So, of course, with that career field, it's very challenging for me. I mean, it's fun. I like it, but like at the same time, I do struggle a lot because like in the military, like you have to pay attention. You have to pay attention to detail. You have to pay attention to what people are telling you and supporting, you know, because in the military or an army, like, you have to execute at a good level. You like what I've noticed too, like mistakes will happen, you know, shit will happen, you know, people aren't perfect, shit's gonna happen, you know, but it's up to you to like to trying to find the answers or trying to find the correct way to do something, regardless of or how much it takes. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really give up, and that's what I really like about the military. Like it forces you to kind of get off your comfort zone, at least for me. Um, but at the same time, it's not easy for me because like you know in the military, it's you always have to follow directions. That's pretty much the main part of that career field. You know, you have to execute. You know, you have to know what you're doing. You know, it's really vital and important because if you what I've noticed about the military too, like every task, everything's pretty much based on a mission, right? Everything you do has a purpose, right? So if you don't know what you're doing, or you know, it's just gonna mess everything up, and it's gonna screw a lot of people over. So you really gotta get on your shit and pay attention. You know what I'm saying? It's always you can always ask for help too, but like with me, um, there are times where like I was forced to do basic tasks and other harder tasks, and there are times where like I always had to ask extra questions or extra help, and like sometimes I'll mess up not knowing what I need to do because like the military again it's so fast paced, like people like I can't explain it, man. I can't like I'm not sure how it is in the civilian world because I forgot how it is down there, but at least in the military, like when they tell you to do something, like they're very fast on how they you know communicate, and I'm just like my mind, I'm like, yo, slow the fuck down, man. Like, chill out. Like, slow down. Tell me what I need to do. Please repeat yourself if you have to, cause like they expect me to know. They expect me to know what I need to know. Like, especially since I'm new. Like, I'm new to my unit, right? So like they'll tell me to do this, to do that, to go to this building, this and that. Like I know everything, or like they expect me to know all these types of forms, these DA forms, you know, all these forms, man. I'm just like, yo, like I don't know what these mean. Can you please explain it to me? Like, yo, what the hell? Like, slow down. So it does get overwhelming, man. But and not only that, but like when they tell me like in the military, they communicate very fucking fast. So like you have to like pay attention to every word. You gotta use common sense, and like you really gotta fucking pay attention. Because when I noticed that if you caught slacking off or daydreaming, then it's gonna fuck you over. Because if you want to be successful in the military, a secret is like pay attention to detail. Always follow, like know what you're being told to do, and if you know how to follow directions properly, then you'll be straight. And obviously show up on time, right uniform, right place, right time. You know what they say, and just follow directions, and you'll be good pretty much. It's just easy. Now my part, like I'm obviously I have an easy time working hard, putting in effort, showing up on time. But the thing that's one of my huge blockages is fucking paying attention to detail, man. And it sucks, man. Like for my job training, like my NCO. Well, if you don't know what an NCO is, pretty much he's a higher rank than you, and like he's pretty much just gonna lead you or teach you like how to do your job. It depends on your job. So me, I'm a damn me, I'm a unit supply guy. So like I'm a 92 Yankee. So it's just me and my NCO. It's just us two pretty much. So like usually what he would do is like he'll show me directions on how to like do this, do that, A and B, how to work with computers, how to like work with forms, this and that, how to sign forms, how to do layouts, and real like there's so much new terms, new vocabulary words I've never heard before, a lot of like advanced technology, like advanced computer shit, like vocabulary terms, words I never heard of in my life before, and he's explaining all this shit at such a fast pace. In my mind, I'm just like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, yo, like how am I supposed to understand all of this? You know what I'm saying? But I do ask for help, and he is a good leader too. Like, he's very patient. He is willing to help me. He even advises me to ask questions too. But like, I don't know, man. Me is like I'm the type of person where like I hate having to like constantly ask questions. I hate having to like constantly like ask for help. You know, I don't like asking for help. I don't like asking for a lot of questions, man. I'm not sure if it's my ego or like I just hate it, man. Like when you're doing, and that's the story of my life too. Like usually I'm always humbled in a way, because like you know how when you try out a new job or a new career, and if you don't know what you're doing, yeah, of course it's gonna humble you, because one, you don't know what you're doing, and two, you have to put your ego to the side. You have to like not be egotistical. You can't like be big headed, because you have to put your ego to the side. You have to humble yourself. You always have to ask for help, because you don't know what you're doing, and you have to be willing to learn from someone else. You know, but that's the story of my life, to where like I'm always trying new things. I'm always trying new jobs, new career fields, this and that, and it's just like it's very humbling, but like I still struggle with that, man. Like I just feel so like dumb and like worthless. You know what I'm saying? Like it sucks, man. It does feel lonely. It is painful on my part, because like sometimes people would tell me what to do, and I had to complete certain tasks, and me it's just like then I'll forget easily, and then I had to repeat myself. I had to ask questions again, and like I'll just overthink, and then I'll panic, and it sucks, man. It really sucks, but I do get compliments from time to time from people. Like they'll usually tell me like I'm a hard worker, or like I actually give a fuck. I actually give a fuck on what I'm doing, this and that. I'm very positive, and I really appreciate that from people saying that. That really does help me out, and boost my confidence, you know. But like that's good. But like in my mind, I'm just like, man, like I really don't want to let these people down, you know. I don't want to let these people think that like I'm actually really bad at finding directions. I'm actually kind of diagnosed, you know what I'm saying? But with ADD, whatever, you know. But I hate letting people down, especially at the workplace, especially in the military, man. I don't like letting people down. I really don't. It's very traumatized, it's traumatic in my opinion, but that's the thing. I'm still trying to work through, and that's what I like about my career field because like regardless in the army, the military, or like any career occupation, like they're gonna force you to like get over your weaknesses. They're gonna force you to overcome the things you struggle with, you know. And that's what I like about this career field. It's not easy though, man. It's very tiring, and you really have to get on your shit, you know. But there are times where like I'm very scared. I'm very like overwhelmed, and like sometimes I pray to God or I question God, like, yo, God, like, why am I struggling so much? Why am I like struggling to like why me? Like, why am I like having such a hard time of like following proper directions? You know, and I really don't like that. You know, and it does get annoying. I do get angry. Like how am I not understanding this? Why is it taking me so long to understand this and that? You know, so it's draining. It's tiring. It's frustrating. I do try to study, um, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Um, you guys watching this, you guys are probably thinking that like maybe I'm too hard on myself or like this and that, which I guess it could be true, but like it's not even that. It's just like I just hate fucking up. I hate like having to like constantly repeat myself or ask questions, you know, because like people they already expect me to know this. It's because they told me to do my job duties or to follow directions, this and that for such a long time. Like I should be understanding this already. I should be getting this already, but like I still don't. Usually it takes me such a long time to like finally be good at what I do, you know, especially at any job setting. Like I've noticed like the first year, man, I'll struggle a lot, man. I'll struggle so bad, but like once I understand it, once I know what I'm doing, and once I get it, that's when I'll usually be pretty good at what I do, you know. So that's when I'll gain that momentum, and everything will just click, you know. But you know, it does take a long time, and it's a good feeling too. Like when everything finally clicks, you finally know what you're doing, this and that. So that really is a good feeling. You know, but yeah, before the military, before the army, when I used to be a civilian, working in civilian jobs, um, you know, I used to struggle a lot. I actually got fired from my first job. Actually, I was 16, not 16. I was 19. That's when I had my first job. I was working at Subway, right? I was working at Subway, and that's my first job, and that shit was overwhelming as fuck because like I have to make sandwiches, I had to do the cash register, this and that, and like, yo, it was so bad because like I was messing up so bad. I was messing up orders. I was messing up on the cash register, and like I felt so overwhelmed, and I almost had a panic attack. You know, like it was just bad. Like I was really it sucked, man. It's not like I didn't care or anything. I did care. Like I was trying to study this and that, but like I just kept struggling, man. And that's how my performance was so bad that like I just got fired, man. And it was a very shitty feeling, you know. I feel very stupid. I feel very like dumb, you know. So this is why situations like these it really does humble you in a way, and like I'm constantly always humbled in a way, you know. But it's not easy, man. It's not easy, but this is where you gotta have self compassion for yourself. It's when you gotta love yourself. It's when you gotta accept yourself, and you gotta know your strengths, but mostly you gotta know your weaknesses as well, and like the things you're not good at, you really gotta focus on them, and it can really help improve your life at such a good level. If I am diagnosed with ADHD, I'm not gonna take any type of pill. There are times where I do consider if I should take medication, this and that. I used to take medication when I was younger, but like for some reason I just didn't feel good taking medications. Like I felt so empty. I felt so like numb. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't feel any type of emotions. At least as I remember when I was younger, when I used to take medication, I used to hate it so much. When my parents would try to give me medications, I tried to like pretend I swallowed the pill, but I really didn't. Or like I try to spit out the pill when they're not looking. I'll try to do that because I really absolutely hate it so much, you know. Um, but I don't know, man. I guess eating like so what I would do is like I try to eat a clean diet. I try to work out regularly. I'll try to meditate and I'll try to like become more self-aware. I'll try to exercise and I'll try to again pay attention to detail. I'll try to learn from my mistakes, but I guess that could help improve too. But or maybe meditating, calming down your mind, calming down your nerves, calming down your anxiety. You know, maybe that could work. But yeah, man. I don't know if you guys experience this too, but it's not easy, man. It's not easy. It's not easy for me to like pay attention to detail. I've always struggled at any type of job or workplace. Like it's not easy, and it would take me such a long time just to actually be good at it. But like here's the thing: like once I'm good at it, once I know what I'm doing, then I'm actually pretty good at it. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I gain momentum, and that's when I want to learn more. Because me, I naturally want to learn more. I naturally have a strong work ethic. So like you know, but when I start off something, it's a whole different story. Like I still have a strong work ethic, but like it's hard for me to understand or get shit. You know, it sucks. And again, I hate letting people down. I hate having to constantly ask questions. Like here's the best way I could explain it. So like for example, in the military and army, my NCO, my leadership, they'll give me directions right on how to do certain shit, and like I'll be looking right. I'll be like looking to see what they're doing, to see how they work with the computer. I'd be like that, but then like I'll take in the information, but then out of nowhere in my brain or my mind, I have like a huge brain dump or like a fucking mind fog, and it's like a huge blockage, a huge barrier to where like now I can't take in the information. It's like everything freezes, everything stops. Like it's like my brain can't process what these people are trying to teach me. Like I'll like for the first couple seconds I'll understand it, I'll process it and I'll take it in. But then after a couple seconds or even a couple minutes, then my brain can't process this shit no more. And then it'll automatically stop. You know, and I'm just like, wait, what the fuck? So now next thing you know, I catch myself daydreaming, or like I catch myself like at a huge blank stare. I'm like, what? Or like, can you repeat that one more time? Wait, what did you just say? Like, wait, how do you do this? After they constantly showing me what to do, it's hard for me to remember shit. You know, it sucks, man. And I'm just thinking like, okay, is it like, is it trauma? Is it a curse? Is it like a generational curse? Is it because I don't care? Like sometimes I'll ask myself like, do I really care or give a fuck what I'm doing? Because if I do, then obviously I'll follow the proper directions or I'll know what I'm doing. Obviously, so is it because I don't care what I do? Like is it something I need to dive deep or dig deep within myself? Do I not give a fuck? Do I not care what these people are trying to teach me? Do I not care about having a better life? Do I not care about my job, this and that? And sometimes I'll ask myself that because there's no excuse for me to like not like intake or process or understand what these people are trying to teach me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if I actually do give a fuck, then obviously I'll know what they're trying to teach me. You know, so I don't know if it's that. I do question myself, like, yo, do I actually want this? Do I actually care? So I have to like really remind myself, yo, like, come on, like snap out of it, like, cause if you're not paying attention, if you don't know what you're doing, then you could get in real trouble, and like, people are gonna get mad at you. You're gonna get yelled at, or like, you're just gonna make yourself look bad, you know? Like, come on, like, you really gotta want this. So that's the type of thoughts I'll be thinking. Or if it's not that, it's maybe I do care, but it's just I'm having this fucking ADD, this ADHD is really fucking me up mentally. You know what I'm saying? But it's fuck, man. Like we always gotta deal with some type of obstacle, some type of bullshit in this world, you know. But it's part of the human experience where like you can't really. There always has to be some type of bullshit going on. No one's perfect, or like not even that, but like I don't know, man. Like me, like I wear contact lenses, I wear glasses, but I prefer contact lenses. I might get laser eye surgery, and the army's free, but I'll probably get that later. But like, just the fact that I have bad eyesight, and like just the fact that I'm so bad at remembering shit, I'm just man, this is some bullshit, man. Why is the human body so fragile? Why is the human body so weak? You know, to the point where like I can't even fucking see it. Like, why would God create me to the point where I can't even see from far away? What's the point of being created, you know what I'm saying? If the human body's so fragile, why would God create me to where I can't even remember proper shit. Is it my karma? Did I do something bad in the past life for me to like deserve to like not remember shit or to not follow directions properly in this lifetime or to have bad eyesight in this lifetime? Did I fucked up in the past life, or is it like a generational curse? Is it like family genetics? You know what I'm saying? But I'll consider family genetics as generational curses because, like I said, if your family's diagnosed with diabetes, if they're diagnosed with like having poor eyesight, that's a generational curse and it's being passed down to you. So now you being born being innocent, now you're born with their symptoms, with their issues. That's a generational curse right there, you know? But because it's out of your control. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you don't have control over having poor eyesight. You don't have control over being diagnosed with ADHD or ADD or some type of mental illness or being over or like being diagnosed with diabetes automatically. That's out of your control, you know what I'm saying? So like that could be a generational curse of mine, you know what I'm saying? Or it could be karma because maybe I did something bad in past life, now I deserve it this lifetime. Who knows, man? But it sucks, man. And like I feel like when my NCOs or my bosses or my managers, when they're constantly asking me on how to do something, this and that, after them telling me and after me like answering their questions wrong, or like them saying, okay, what did I just said, and me after saying it wrong, I feel so bad. I feel like I let them down. I feel like I'm pissing them off too, cause like I could tell like they're getting kind of impatient at times, or they'll get really frustrated. And in my mind, I'm just like, fuck, man, like, yo, man, I'm sorry, but in my mind, like, I'm just like, yo, man, I'm trying, man, like, yo, like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just having a mental blockage, you know. That's what it feels like, a mental blockage when you have ADD. When you have ADD, like, it's a mental blockage. It's like someone will tell you, like someone will talk to you this and that, and they're like, I don't know. That's the thing with having ADD too. Like in your mind, in your brain, you have these blockages at random times, and that's where it really fucks you up the most. Cause you think you're paying attention, you think you have momentum, then out of nowhere, your brain can't process the information anymore. So you just like, huh? Oh, I get it. Oh, okay. Then like out of nowhere, it's like, then out of nowhere, like your brain will just stop out of nowhere, and then you're just like, wait, what? Can you repeat that one more time? Wait, can you slow down and can you go back, please? But by then, they already finished what they're telling you, and by then they expect you to know what you're doing, and now you got to ask questions, and now you're lost, and now you're clueless, and then now you don't know what to ask, this and that. So it's a huge mess. It sucks, you know. There's a lot of pain involved too. So like when I'm messing up, when my job performance is really bad, when I'm not following proper directions, it can be the simplest fucking directions and I'll still fuck up, you know. And in my mind, I'm just like, fuck, man. Like, I feel so sad. I feel so angry. Like, I feel so regretful. I feel so embarrassed. Like, I'll be blushing a lot. Like, it's insane, man. I feel so humiliated. Um, it's traumatizing, man. Like, but what I've learned throughout my journey of struggle at the workplace, what I've learned is that like, you know, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for questions. It's okay to like communicate how you're feeling. You know, as long as you're trying, as long as you're giving your best effort, then it's all right. You know, I know it sounds corny. I know it sounds easier said than done, but like sometimes you just gotta admit that like, hey, you need help, or like, hey, you know, you don't know what you're doing. You know, that's why I make videos on how to. That's why I make videos and upload videos on the importance of asking questions and asking for help and overcoming shyness. You know, but I do ask questions here and there, but like it does get annoying to the point where like I constantly have to ask questions for every single fucking thing, man. Every single thing, and I really can't stand that. I really hate that, and it's not fair at all. It's not right. It's not fair. I don't know if it's part of my life purpose to experience a lot of struggle at the workplace, or I don't know why God. I don't know why God gave me such a huge obstacle to the point where like I can't remember shit, or like I can't like just all these, just all this mental blockages, man. It's like I had to work twice as harder. I had to put in so much effort. I have to overthink. I have to take notes if people are giving me proper directions. You know what I'm saying? But like even then, like that's not gonna do anything because when people talk, then you gotta listen. But like you gotta, it's gonna take a long time for you to write down these notes, this and that, and this is gonna look weird. And you can't do it all the time too. Like sometimes you have to not use your notes, you know. But there are times where like, um, there's one time in the military, right? Um, it's like it was like I was invited. It was only for like a field. It's like a field sanitation hygiene class, but it's only like a week long course. So the thing with the army is that like sometimes they'll recommend you or like they'll invite you to like certain schools or classes. Only that's for only for like a week, Monday through Friday. That's it. It's like a short term class. So like once you complete it, you get some promotion points and like you can yeah, you get promotion points. You'll get your little certificate, this and that, and like yeah, it's just and so you can learn this and that, so you can learn new things. And that's what's cool about the army. But like so me for example, right? I was in this class, right, and it's a field sanitation class. It was me and like probably like 16 other people, right? And like as class was going by, like I caught myself like struggling. I caught myself not knowing what to do, especially on test day. So our last day, we're all taking a test, right? And like, we had unlimited time, or like we had like a total of 3 or 2 hours to finish this test. And yo, guess what happened? Everyone finished their test taking. Like everyone got done, finished taking their test, and everyone passed it. And me, I was the only person still taking the test. I was the only person that took the longest. And not only that, but like I was struggling. I didn't know like while as my instructor was teaching, like sometimes I'll get lost. I don't know what he was talking about. Even though he was using PowerPoint slides, and I was sitting in the front too. Like in class, I always sit in the front. But like it's hard for me to process or intake so much information at once, you know, because like it's such a long time, you know. Yeah, but as we were taking the tests, I was the last one, of course. I took the longest, and I was looking around, and like everyone, it took everyone like less than an hour to finish the test, and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck, man? And I'm just out here struggling. It was an open book test too, but like I was still struggling to find the answers. You know, in my mind, I'm just like I'm panicking. I'm so embarrassed, like I'm so scared and this and that, and like I could tell like my instructor was getting kind of impatient. He kept asking me, "Yo, what number are you in, or are you almost done?" Everyone they were just waiting on me, and you know how fucking traumatized or how embarrassing that is on my part. I'm just like, "Yo, what the fuck, man?" And I knew I was gonna be the last one too. I knew that, man. But yeah, man, it sucked, man. But shit like this does happen. Oh yeah, and that's the thing too. Usually when I take tests and like in a classroom setting, I'm always the only person that takes the longest. I'm always that one person that's the last one to finish. You know how in class there's always that one person that takes the longest when they're testing. There's always that one person that the whole class has to wait on to finish. Well, yeah, that's me. I'm that one person that's always the last one to finish. I'm always that one person that's the last one um, to like complete a test. You know what I'm saying? That's me right there. I'm that person where the whole class has to wait on in order for me to finish my test. I'm always that person, you know, and it's embarrassing, you know, but and there are times where it would be worth it. There are times where like I'll pass. There'll be other times I didn't pass, but like you know, it's always good to take your time, you know, especially with the time given. You got to take advantage of that. But like it does get annoying to like where like everyone they seem to be finishing faster than me, you know. It gets very frustrating, and knowing that like man like but like yeah, I'm sitting in front of class, I'm asking questions, I'm taking notes, I'm researching, I'm studying away from school, this and that, I'm taking proper rests, eating a good healthy diet, this and that, and it's just like at this point what can you do, you know. So you got to dive deep within yourself. And there's a lot of other things too, but I'm definitely gonna pray to God. I'm gonna ask the universe, why me? What do I need to do to like get shit done? And I understand like intuitively, like ask a lot more questions. I gotta ask for help, and it just sucks. I don't mind doing that, but it just sucks how like I always have to do that in every fucking situation, man. You know, I'm the type of person where like if you're my boss or if you're my manager, you have to be really patient with me. You have to like have a lot of tolerance with me, and you have to like again you have to have a lot of patience with me, and you have to be emotionally very patient and disciplined with me. You know, because like me, like yes, I'll put in a lot of effort. I'll work hard. I'll bust my ass. I'll make sure because if you're my manager, if you're my boss, I'm trying to make your life easier too. But the thing with me is like it's not like I don't care or anything. It's not the fact that I'm lazy or like I don't give a shit. It's just the fact that I really do have a hard time of like following directions. I really do have a tough time of like understanding proper directions on how to do certain shit. You know what I'm saying? I really do have a problem with that. You know, I don't know why. You know, I don't know why. I'm always gotta check myself. Always gotta like make sure I'm paying extra close attention. You know, but I don't know, man. It sucks, but and not only that, but after I'm asking questions, after I'm fucking up, after I'm messing up, I'm even more embarrassed, and I feel so ashamed to the point where I can't even look a person in the eye. I can't even look in the mirror. Like just today, like after I was done with work, um, like I felt so ashamed because I did so bad, and I felt like I let my NCO, my boss, my manager, I felt like I let him down. You know. He even told me like he gave me like a little brief. Like he told me to make sure I'm asking questions, because the tasks we're doing, the things he's teaching me, it's really important, and like I have to know what I'm doing. Cause like if I don't know what I'm doing, then like it's gonna fuck over a lot of people. So he told me to ask questions and to know what I'm doing, and I was like, yep. And as I walked away to go back home, I felt so like embarrassed. I felt so ashamed. I actually took a nap after that. I missed my dinner time because I was just so like usually when I get sad or when I feel very ashamed or when I'm in some type of pain, sometimes I'll just shut down. I'll close all the lights in my room and I'll just like sleep in my bed and I'll just knock out and I'll just numb all the pain or like because usually when I'm in pain, how I'll cope is like I'll usually just sleep, you know, and my energy gets really low, so you know that's one of my struggles, you know. But and that's the reason why I made this YouTube video too, because I want to release what I'm feeling. I want to release my mental baggage, my struggles, you know. And if anyone that's watching this, if I could help you out, if I could give you encouragement or inspiration, or like just the fact that you see someone like me that's struggling a lot, you're not alone. And if that could help you, then hey, you know, that's even that's a good thing, you know, I guess. But but yeah, that's the thing. That's one of my struggles. That's the things I need to work on. Just just overcoming my ADHD. I mean ADD. I mean overcoming my mental blockages. My overthinking, my anxiety, my fear of failure. Um, having to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help, and all of these is very humbling. You know, it's not easy, but we'll see how it goes in the future. I just hope it doesn't get too bad, you know. But it does get annoying. It is frustrating, and there are times where I do get mad at God. I do get mad at the universe, cause like, yo, God, like, why am I struggling so much? Why am I experiencing so much bullshit? You know, like, why me, man? But it is what it is. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, dislike, comment but down below your struggles or experiences, and let me know what you think. And I'm out. Peace.